Welcome to the Brain Candy Podcast. I think this is episode 922, but things might be out of whack, good. So whatever. Adam, if you're watching, and I know you are, use AI or something.
Yeah. What if you just hear Adam's voice come in? This is episode...
Don't give him ideas. Oh, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hello. How are you?
I am doing so well. Feeling real good. I've been on a crazy plant purchasing spree.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad about it.
Is it because you were at Audrey's and she's like a plant lady?
Yes. Yeah. And her plants are so beautiful and there are so many. And I've done that thing where I had a few plants and then I just kept propagating them. So I had a bunch of the same plants.
Yes.
I need some variety.
Yeah.
And then I found a 50% off sale at Home Depot and
went to town.
Me and this other lady there at 9:30, 10 o'clock, right before closing. And she's looking at me and we're like, can you believe this? And I'm like, can you believe this? And I literally said to her, your favorite line, if we keep saving like this, we'll go broke. She loved it.
That line kills.
Loved it. Killed. She and I were like, is this one good? Is this one good? Oh, we came home with so many new babies. It was great.
That's nice.
Yes. But then I have to share the weirdest thing that happened. So, it was weird for me. It was just like, what is happening in this moment? I have to talk to somebody about it.
Let's hear it.
I'm at Home Depot and they're having this plant sale and they're having this sale on this certain brand of plant. The sign says all whatever plants, 50% off, excluding hanging plants and the $79 terrarium. Okay. No other specifications other than that.
Yeah.
So I get a whole bunch of plants from that brand, you do.
Yeah.
Take it up to the register. I'm at the self-checkout and there's a gal who's got her work permit yesterday, who's working at the monitoring people as they're going through the checkout.
Right.
And we ring up the plants and some of them are ringing up at full price. And I'm like, what the heck? These are 50% off.
What the heck?
And she's like, oh, actually, that's not how it works. It's whatever it rings up as. They're already whatever you see priced.
We weren't born yesterday.
I know. And I'm like, I wanted to say, young lady, I've worked in retail longer than you've been alive, but I didn't say that because I will not be that lady. So instead I was just like, okay, well, and I figured maybe I'll go around to customer service and I'll talk about it. And
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just get the ones that are ringing up at 50% off. She rings them up for me, takes the other ones off. Then I'm going to leave. She proceeds to put the two that I had her take off. She goes, here you go, just you take it. And I go, but I didn't pay for them. And she goes, yeah, they didn't ring up. So And I go,
Gen Z to the rescue.
Well, then, like a fucking idiot, I say, well, that would be stealing. And hand them back. Susie, what?
Have
I
taught you nothing?
I know. Susie, I can't stop thinking about it and then I'm thinking, you know what I've been thinking this whole time since? There's going to be some sort of karmic retribution for this, right? I'm going to I'm going to be gifted 1,000 plants. Isn't that how the world works? Didn't I just do the right thing? No. I actually don't think I did the right thing. No. And I'm freaking out about it. I'm really upset. I never have regret, but I actually have regret. This is the thing. Remember how we talk about this? And I say, I never have so many regrets, Suze. I'm so mad. I'm actually sick to my stomach because and then guess what I did? Then the next day I went back to Home Depot because I was like, maybe I can pull a fast one and maybe I can still get these. They've clarified on the signs and the ones that I wanted are still there. And I'm this close to just paying full price for them because I love them so much. Because now I'm emotionally attached to these plants.
I thought you were going to say close to stealing them.
Well, I know. I'm which direction do I go in? I don't know. I feel like I should punish myself for being an idiot.
Crime.
And
Sarah,
who doesn't want to do a little bit of light crime during the summer? Come on.
What was her face when you said no thank you to these free, awesome plants?
like,
was she like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, kind of like, what's wrong with you? And then like, I guess you're taking the high road. That's what I thought.
Because what you did was twice as bad.
I know.
I'm
so glad that I brought this up on here because like I sent my girlfriend a video message. It was super late and I think she was in bed, but I sent her a message and I was like, I need to tell somebody about this because I can't recover.
You should have called me, although you probably didn't want the shame and scorn.
I know.
That I would.
And she was just like, well, that was weird interaction. And I was like, I think she was trying to get me to steal.
Sarah,
I know.
That's the thing. Not only did you kicked a gift horse in the mouth, but you also said, and by the way, you're immoral.
Oh, I hate everything about who I am right now. I'm so disappointed in myself.
Sarah.
I'm so.
You should be.
Shame.
You know,
like they curse, like
your
shame,
honesty.
Shame. That's what I feel. That's how I feel. I can picture I could picture the plant now. I could draw it. It's so beautiful.
I can't believe it. That girl was she's probably going to have to go to a therapy session just to talk about that.
We both are.
Yeah. You should do couples therapy.
Yeah. Talk about what went wrong.
I'm really sorry.
I know how fucked up Home Depot is. They're like,
that's right.
This is the man I want to be stealing from.
I really have taught you nothing.
I know. Guys, Venmo me so that I can get some plants.
What's your Venmo?
I'm Sarah. I think I'm Sarah Rice. Let me double check.
SARAH.
I'm definitely putting this in there.
RICE. That's I am Sarah Rice.
Is that it? Let me make sure.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Letter I, letter M, Sarah Rice.
That's right. So send her $1. If enough of you send her $1,
I can get that plant, and then I'll name it after you guys. If somebody sends me enough, I'll name it after them. It's $19.99 full price.
Okay, next
$10.
After this airs, you have to tell us how much you raised.
Okay.
That's
so great. Oh God, it's gonna be like $2, but that's okay. That'll still get me a little bit closer to
how
buying.
How much were they? Full price.
$19.99.
I can't believe it.
I know.
Is crazy.
This is who I am, Suze.
All right. Well.
Oh God, I'm glad I got that off my chest.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. Although
I feel better.
I feel
and worse at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
What might make you feel better is getting all comfy cozy in your bed with some Cozy Earth sheets and bedding.
I have an announcement.
Jammies. Announcement.
Because every time I stay at my friend Audrey's house, she's got all the Lux stuff, all the nicey stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about the Cozy Earth like faux fur blanket?
Mm-mm.
Susie, this
Lincoln's gonna die.
It is. I am not the only one. It like other outside sources.
It's sweeping the nation.
Every single list of top luxury
serious?
Blanket will say, I'm going to pull up the exact name because this, and they have two versions.
On it,
they have a lightweight version and a more heavyweight version. The heavier weight version feels almost like a weighted blanket.
Which one does she have?
Gorgeous. She has the lightweight one. It's more, it has almost like a bouncy feel to it.
Bouncy?
Like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like some stretch, it's very cozy, like it wraps around you.
Sarah loves a stretch.
I do. And I love when they spell like Lux with the Luxe. Anytime that's on. Okay. The bubble cuddle blanket.
Wow.
Yes. Bubble cuddle blanket and the cuddle blanket and the cuddle pillow. I'm going to get myself the cuddle pillow right now.
This is crazy.
I didn't even know they had the pillow.
Wow.
You have not ever felt softness like you felt softness. The end.
This is rave reviews. I don't need to say anything else.
Don't they have a guarantee? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, they do.
So yeah, there you go.
Yes, 100-night sleep trial. Those are for those sheets. For, if you're like, oh, these aren't what they said. Well, you can return them, no problem. 10-year warranty on all bedding products.
Yeah.
These are amazing items. So, but what more do I say after Sarah's rave review?
No.
Go to cozyearth.com.
I'm looking at all the reviews right now. It's insane. These are truly amazing. I order one and I order more. Now, all we need them is to make a robe out of this. You have to get it.
Okay.
Okay, the end.
I'm sold. Go to cozyearth.com. Use code BRAINCANDY for 40% off. And You can use it like many times, not just the first time.
And you could use it on stuff that's already discounted. I learned that.
Yeah. Come on,
when does that ever happen?
Baby.
You know, when they put that in there and they're like, you can't apply this code. Hate that. Not here.
Nope, stack them. And that's off best-selling temperature-regulating sheets, apparel, and more. Trust us, you'll feel the difference the very first night. Sleep cooler, lounge lighter, stay cozy. We will.
Oh, my God. I got so excited, I kind of like tweaked, threw out my back there.
All right. Well, I guess first up, I don't know. I was like debating whether to even address it, to be honest with you, but.
What?
I mean, I wanted to maybe do a little tribute for Brian Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
But then I was like, I don't think I could do it. Like, yesterday I couldn't even listen to the music. I couldn't even turn it on. I was losing my marbles.
Okay, so but I'm going to say, as a therapist, and anytime I start a sentence with that, you know.
I'm in trouble.
Right. But I would say lean into those emotions. I would say that is processing. That if you don't, that what you're doing is you are resisting the processing of emotions, and we need to bring those up to the surface, because when you don't do that, what you're going to have to do in therapy 6 months later is listen to Brian Wilson songs and force yourself to cry. And we don't want to do that. Just do it naturally right now.
Well, that would be a new low if I had to go to therapy for Brian Wilson.
Well, I'm just saying grief. I want people to apply this to their, you know, like grief, that we can't, you have to, like, the wailing women of, there's like Italy, there's some people or some place in Italy where I think it's Sicily, where it's like culturally the women, they're called like the wailing women of wherever, and they like throw themselves on the casket and they like get really dramatic and really like emotionally express, and it's very, very healthy and cathartic. So, you know.
Okay, well, I just delayed it by an evening because today I started listening again and I was enjoying it. But as with any, you know, meaningful person, this one happens to be a celebrity, although I did meet him. So is it still parasocial if you've had a dinner with him? Maybe it's slightly less parasocial, but
now it's regular social.
It's just social.
Yeah.
It's so layered for me because music really did fill the void left by religion for me, and provided a lot of the joy and transcendence and depth of meaning in my life that religion had provided previously. And in particular, the music of Brian Wilson and all of his musical genius. And I'm not just talking about regular. This is he was a living Beethoven. And I know that if you're not a music person, that sounds like hyperbole, but it is actually the truth. He's a genius.
Can I share how I learned this? Because I've always heard you say that, but as you know, I do not have the knowledge about music and don't hear it in the same way. And like, then I learned how to play the ukulele, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice to
pun intended
exactly to like learn a fun song? Maybe I'll play it for Susie. If you look up the frickin' chords to any Beach Boys song, I'm gonna have to learn. I'm gonna have to get some new fingers, because I don't even know how they even make those chords, and like it is so complex and so layered. And I was like, nope, I'll stick to Carly Rae Jepsen or whatever. Call me maybe. Thanks.
Yeah, and we love a pop song. It doesn't have to be complex to be awesome, but he also is doing that. And I'm so moved by his story, how he grew up in an abusive home and how he was saddled with mental illness. He had schizoaffective disorder. He had a voice in his head telling him he was hot garbage his entire life. And the relief came through music. And then he gifted that to us. And he saw into all of our souls and reflected it back to us and healed us, a lot of us. And that's a beautiful thing. And then, you know, of course, meeting Jason Fine last year, and I left Jason a voice note saying, you know, of all, because Jason and I are very close, and I left him a voice note and I said, of all the gifts that Brian Wilson gave me through music and joy and transcendence and meaning, you were the greatest of them. Truly. because he will be in my life forever. And I am very thankful that the Sunset Marquee allowed that to
Magic
happen.
happens there.
Yeah. And when you meet a magical person, it changes you. So I'm very thankful to Brian Wilson and his music and all gifted artists who share it with us. And I will miss him, but I am so thankful that he existed.
Yeah. Do you think he had an awareness of the impact that he had on people?
Yes, okay. I do. Yeah. I think he was like kind of overwhelmed by the word genius, but like after a while, after enough people tell you,
if you make the Rolling Stone list #1 that many times, for
everybody knows it. God Only Knows is a perfect song. Yeah. It is a perfect musical song.
Even just hearing the first few notes will make me like get teary-eyed.
Oh my God. When we go in August, forget it.
Oh my God. That's going to be even more special.
I'm going to need so much Xanax.
Oh my gosh. Guys, do you know about this little trip yet?
We're going to Red Rock, baby.
Oh yeah. Can I remind you?
It'll be so great.
Oh my God. It's going to be so great. How special.
Yes. So I am very excited about that.
What a gift that I get to be there with you, and you get to see.
You're going to be singing a different tune after. You can be like,
no, I won't, because I cry at every concert I go to, so I get it.
Yeah,
I will cry too. I'm about to cry right now.
I've been crying for 24 hours.
Right. Please, I feel it. So,
yes, thank you for letting me share that little tribute.
Of course.
But anyway, okay. Let's move on.
Wait, I have a question. What's your least favorite Beach Boys song?
Kokomo.
Oh.
The answer, and the only correct answer, is Kokomo. And you can love Kokomo. It's a great like pop song, but it is the worst Beach Boys song.
It is the worst Beach Boys song.
And he had nothing to do with it. That's a Mike Love special right there. And I love Mike Love for different reasons, but he is not a musical genius.
Yeah.
He's a showman.
Help Me Rhonda's a really good one.
It's fantastic. I love Help Me Rhonda.
Yeah. I love that song.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Run Around Sue.
Fun even.
Fun is so
Run
good.
Around Sue is Dion, but I do love that song.
Okay, well, yeah, still a good one.
I mean, there's a million, but Kokomo, I will skip it every time.
Okay.
Every time.
I'm
like,
so glad.
Alexa, play the next song.
Way down in Kokomo.
Oh, God. And like, Mike Love fucking loves Kokomo.
Well, you know what? I will say that anytime I've gone somewhere tropical, like
there's
sometimes
I'll
be there,
for Kokomo.
and it clicks in my head that the place I'm in is one of the places that is
Aruba,
listed.
Jamaica.
Yeah, and then I go, oh, I didn't even know those were the lyrics. That makes sense. Like I've like put together the lyrics while being in the place listed. I'm like, sometimes I just mumble it. Yeah, yes. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Key Largo.
Montego.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like, Key Largo. Oh! I was just saying like, Key Largo. Like, I don't know what I'm singing ever.
Well, and just so we're all clear, there is nowhere named Kokomo. So if you want to go there, you can. No, there's no Kokomo, Sarah.
Well, now that's deceiving.
Can't go there.
When the rest of the places are.
Mike Love is a fucking liar. Oh, God. Okay. Well, thank you, Brian Wilson, RIP to a true genius. Let us talk about... there was an article in the New Yorker. There's a book coming out, a biography of Amelia Earhart.
Oh, okay. I'm in.
Bad news.
Right.
I'll buy it.
I've heard some rumors.
What have you heard?
Well, I heard
she sucks ass? Or what? What'd you hear?
I've heard that like some of the things that were written about her were falsified and were like glorified and
That's right,
aren't
Sarah.
Really okay. So
Sarah was on the cutting edge of this. She knew.
Well, I just chose not to talk about it because I'm like, listen, there aren't very many women that we like put on coins and shit. So can we like not?
Well, that's the thing is like,
but I'll throw
this is true of like 90% of the men we know. Like they are also frauds.
I was like, I'll throw Albert Einstein under the bus real fucking quick.
Meanwhile, I mean, his problems are like no big deal, really. Because it was part of the time.
Right.
Amelia, it's really not even Amelia. because behind every great woman is a shitty man.
Oh, God.
So she was married to this bozo who basically decided she was going to be an icon of aviation, despite the fact that she could barely fucking fly.
It's so much worse than I even thought. Oh, no.
She was basically married to P.T. Barnum, who was like trotting her out and be like,
okay, she's a pretty face. This feels like what they're doing in politics right now with a lot of things.
You said it. And evidently, Amelia had some great gams, real nice stems.
Oh.
And they basically put that leather cap on her before she ever even flew.
No.
That's all you needed.
Oh, no. Okay.
A couple photo ops and a leather cap.
She was basically the original flight, like, influencer. She, like...
Literally, it said that in the article.
Stop.
Yes. She had a line of women's clothing.
Stop it!
Yes!
Oh, no! We fell for it!
We fell for it hard. And it's really a testament to how good of a publicist this guy was. I
feel like
we should hire him if he weren't dead.
It's like, just like some of these men gave us just good costume ideas. Rosie the Riveter, Amelia Earhart, like
it's all smoke and mirrors, Sarah.
I know. Well, what does this say? What does this mean? What does this?
I like when you try to like make it.
Like, do we love it or we hate it? I want to be like, because what can we learn from this?
Well, on one hand, it is impressive publicity, and he was skillful. He would always insist that she stand on the right of a photo because when they list underneath the photo,
it lists credits. That first. Wow, that's fucking smart.
I never would have thought of that.
And I mean, can we say that this is doing good for role models for women? Right. I mean, I felt inspired. Did you feel inspired?
Yeah. Right. And I agree with you that she did learn to fly in a time when there were all these obstacles. Yeah. And men, that's how they learned everything, was like they would go in the military and they'd learn parts of aviation. And then they could learn outside of it once they got out. Yeah. There was no inroad for women. And so they had to kind of like take what they could get. Yeah. So there's parts of it that are understandable, but he was a total flim-flam man.
But if somebody's going to be a flim-flam man, I want them to do it about like putting me on a pedestal.
Yeah, until you're dead because of you don't know how to fly a plane.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I didn't even think about that. Holy fuck. Oh, my God. This was like a total exaggeration of skill level. We've seen this a million times with dead influencer over like crosses the ocean in a hamster wheel.
And really, the new submersible documentary just came out.
I watched
Titan.
It.
It's like that.
Susie, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it worth watching? And wasn't it way different than what you thought?
Well, the one on Mac sucks.
Oh,
this is the one on Netflix.
Yeah,
this is good.
Netflix one, I was like, holy crap.
The one on
blew
Max
my mind.
is hot garbage.
Oh, I didn't even watch, so I didn't. Yeah. Because I remember I asked you about that. I'm like, are you going to watch it? And you're like, nah, too soon.
Like
It was, and I'm like, I can't wait to talk to her about it because holy shit, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. And when I read this article about her and I watched that, you see a lot of similarities because
totally.
It's somebody who sees the opportunity, and it may even be good intentioned. Like, we want to make good things for women and we can make money and also do this cool stuff. Or, hey, going in the sea in a submarine is really awesome. And like, I'm a smart guy.
Well, even that guy was trying to put that young woman as the face of it who had absolutely no business operating a submarine. Yeah. And she was like, I should not be doing this.
Right.
I was going to use that as an example, but I'm like, I don't know if Susie's seen that yet. And I thought
this was the same where her husband kept asking these male pilots, hey, will you be the co-pilot? Will you go in the plane with her? And then they would go in a test flight and see she wasn't capable and they'd back out. And so he was having to take lesser and lesser qualified people. And he ended up with this like alcoholic guy that was like getting drunk on the job. And now she's dead. It is crazy.
Of course she didn't make it. Oh my God. We need this not documentary. I want the what do they call it?
You want the dramatization?
Yeah, I want the historical fiction, like the movie. I want a movie about this. Oh, and that feeling, and I want some actress to really play that feeling of like looking like you're proud, like
we need Kate Winslet.
Proud. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she might be a little old for this right now. We need a young Kate Winslet.
I mean, that's true. I wonder how old was Amelia? Can we get that?
I bet 26. I bet she's very.
God.
I bet
when she
doesn't break 30.
All right,
that's my guess.
Amelia Earhart died at the age of 38.
Oh, damn, older. Okay.
Wow, she really aged well.
Yes, she did, because I thought she was young.
No wonder they were like, this chick is fucking
38 with legs like that. Damn, girl.
She had to be a Les, though, right?
I mean, I'm hoping. I should say any woman who rocked pants back then is...
Yeah. All right. And maybe there was a part of her that was an opportunist. She would just go for whatevs, because it does seem like she was a willing party to this fraudulent scenario.
Yeah. Oof, man. That's really tough.
Bummer.
It is a bummer. What an interesting story, Suze.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Thank you. It was really
like... I'm interested in this. I'm interested in the book now too. Should we make a book club pick? Is that?
Oh, that would maybe be a good idea.
I think so too. And there are a lot of like theories, a lot of spin, like.
You guys should join our candy club, because we talk about good stuff in there.
So good. It's so fun. We read and watch amazing things.
That would be, and I'm sure there's a million documentaries about her.
Yes, right.
Okay.
And I love when we've had all these documentaries come out, and now new information comes out, and everybody's got to like rewrite the.
Well, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you will never know the whole story, but
right.
The funny thing is, though, that you were like, "Yeah, I did hear a rumor." Where are you hearing this?
You know, like the Lesbian Weekly, the magazine that I get. It just comes and gives us the announcements and the queer. No, I'm kidding.
You knew more than you thought.
I feel like I've heard that.
Rumblings,
Yeah.
Okay.
In the aviation community, maybe.
Well, no matter what community you're in, I know one thing, and you will love Honey Love. Yes. This stuff is the real deal. It's shapewear, athleisure.
Right. The sports bra is the best. It's
really nice stuff.
I don't have boobs that are bouncing everywhere. I'll just go pick up a cheapy sports bra at the big box store.
Yeah.
That was a big, huge mistake, because that thing got stretched out in no time.
That's the thing.
Holy crap. Then I went and I'm like, let me just see. Let me just try. Like literally a week after I got it, I'm like, I'll try on my Honey Love one and like see how it could be. What am I doing? Wasting my time.
Really nice.
And I've had that Honey Love bra for years. That other one I'd have to replace in, it feels like 2 weeks.
That's right. And you're always joking about how I wear the leggings constantly, because it's true.
Well,
but there's no pilling.
Right.
They do not get threadbare. It is really luxury, nice stuff,
that's
affordable.
A good term. That's exactly the term for that. Good.
And they have a new bra. It's called the Cloud Embrace bra. It's sold out in days. It's modern wireless t-shirt bra with lightly padded foam cups. You got to get it.
I'm ordering it right now. What are we doing?
And now, mad.
Because you don't tell. These are important things to tell me.
I kept the Amelia Earhart story and this t-shirt
and a new bra.
And
I just started talking about how I just what a waste of money I spent on these freaking stupid crap.
Well, they restocked, so you're in luck. You can get one. Treat yourself to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth. Save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/braincandy. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/braincandy. After you purchase the last keyword you heard about them, please support our show. Tell them we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras with Honey Love.
Dude, I'm buying so much stuff from our sponsors this
week.
Yeah,
because that's why they're our sponsors. We love them.
Yeah. And I love that I go to other people's house, experience the products, and then I'm like, oh, shit, this is great. Sold.
Oh, this next one is a real doozy. I gave Sarah like a peek of it when I was visiting her, just the headline, because I knew that she would be like mad about it already. Do you remember when I showed you that screenshot of this story that said, the man who donated his mother's body to an Arizona Center for Alzheimer's research discovers it was sold to the U.S. military for $6,000, strapped to a chair and blown up in a blast test.
Yep.
Okay, let's discuss.
Yeah, I have some questions. Was he specific about where he wanted the body donated to? Or did he just do then that is fucked.
Okay. The scoop is that not only did she have Alzheimer's, but she had Alzheimer's despite the fact that she did not have the gene. And so scientists were very concerned that we now have a strain of Alzheimer's that is separate and can hit anybody that does not have the gene. So they said, you need to donate this so that we can learn about it.
You're killing me today. I didn't know this episode should have come with a fucking Xanax.
I'm so sorry. I feel it too. I
will leave and then smoke some weed after this.
Okay, just get through this together and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So here's where it gets a little fuzzy. I do not know what went wrong, but when she died, they contacted the doctor, whoever was supposed to coordinate this, and for some reason, he could not get the body in time. Like there was some sort of problem, but it does not say what. However, they still wanted to donate her body, so that he had to sort of ask around, like calling companies like, we have this situation and we want to donate it to science and da-da-da. So this person shows up and there's the forms you fill out and you say what you do and do not want. And there was even a part like, are you fine with explosions?
Oh my God, I can't. I'm sick.
And he was like, no, I'm not. Right. So he's checking all the right boxes.
Right. Okay.
He did everything right. They take the darn body. And then he sent back the cremated remains. It said this majority of her cremated remains.
Oh God, don't use that word. That, like, if you're writing me a letter about remains, don't, like,
all or nothing.
I was just going to say that. You literally stole the words. It's an all or nothing situation.
Yeah, what do you mean?
These are or they aren't. And I feel like this is like one like little bit, like a speck
She's
of
right.
dust that's there. That's a human.
They cut off her hand and just cremated that and just gave him that. That was the truth of it. And they took the rest and blew it up over fucking Arizona.
This seems like more work to do all of that than to just fucking do it.
So the company that picked it up, the organization, what he thought was like a nonprofit, it was fraudulent. It was a lie. So they then were taking all these bodies and selling them. So they sold them to the military. The military just thinks it's a regular body.
That's exactly what the military, they don't have. Right. That's what they do.
And they paid $6,000 for it. So the guy didn't get any money for his mom's blown up body. This guy get whatever. So whenever they investigated this organization, it was macabre. There was on the wall of the building, there was like a little baby, like a small woman's head attached to like a man's body as like a joke. Like, these are fucking ghouls. Like, they were just
I'm actually speechless.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is a podcast, I'm supposed to talk, but
Can you imagine your loved one, your mom?
This should be the
death penalty.
The most like the
sacred.
The most serious punishment for, what is it, like desecration of a human body or
Absolutely.
something? That everybody's charged with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's disgusting.
Fucking turn it into a cartoon like that, like as your logo. That is gross.
And the son, he's saying like,
oh my God,
every picture that he sees of his mom, every memory that he recalls, he is then confronted with how she died. Like, not how she died, but how her body was blown up and strapped to a chair.
And here's why that's extra terrible is, like, I feel like with movies and video games and everything the way that they are, we are almost not like, yes, desensitized to that, but have enough visuals in our mind. We've all seen that in movies enough to be able to superimpose your mother in there really easy. Like my mom had a tragic accident falling out of a building. I don't know what that looks like. So I don't have it doesn't haunt me because I don't really create that. Don't know what, haven't seen that. Except when you showed me a freaking video of, I can't believe, I'm still mad at you for that. I'm seeing that pop up right now. Oh, Susie showed me a video of a fan falling out of a stadium. It was like a dummy. It was terrible. Don't Google it. Don't watch it.
Sarah's glitching.
I am. Oh, it was so bad. But so what I'm saying is like that he's got a lot, how easy that is when that's what you've seen.
Yes. And I just think that is so disgusting. If you think you are sending your loved one's body to anywhere, but in this case, be useful for helping other people.
Yeah.
And then you find out that somebody just wanted to make a few bucks off of them and your mom is blown up, strapped in a chair.
What if this woman was like the cure to Alzheimer's and we just blew her up? I mean,
that is the worst thing.
I know.
You're right, Sarah.
I know. That's why punishment, full extent of the law.
Well, and just like the last story we talked about, there was like Amelia Earhart and then the Titan submarine disaster.
Yes.
In this case, I read that and then I watched the Mortician documentary.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
No, but it keeps coming up and I want to
that one's on Max.
I couldn't handle anymore.
Death.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to watch it, but then in our candy club, our members were like, you got to watch it. I didn't even realize, I think that it was a documentary, but
I didn't either. It looks like it's the text.
Yeah. It didn't come across as what it is. And what it looks like actually is
made for TV series or something
is, a family run funeral home, crematory scenario, funeral services.
Yes.
Company that had been in business for a few generations, was ultimately taken over by the most recent generation. And like this guy that was like the son just fucking didn't care. I don't know if he's a sociopath or what.
Yeah.
Or just greedy,
Yeah. And lazy and who knows?
He starts like basically he finds out that crematory services are like big money and that there's only one game in town. So he's like, I'm going to go into that business. I'm going to have it be an extension of our funeral services.
Okay.
But then they start like burning up dozens and hundreds of bodies together and then sending you a bunch of ashes, telling you it's your mom.
No.
And then it's somebody else's uncle or whatever. All mixed together. And he is in the documentary. And that is what is wild about it.
That's shocking.
That is always a treat, though, because it's like,
that's when you know they're sociopaths because they...
Shameless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Like Robert Durst was the same. Like these people who are like,
like,
sign me up to do this documentary about how I'm a shitty human.
And like in part it's bravado, but in part it's that them thinking like, I'm going to convince people like there is no problem here.
Yes. And wait till they hear my side of the story.
Yeah. He's not even really denying it.
Oh my God.
He's just sort of like, there's,
he's like, God.
If your loved one is cremated, there are going to be bits and pieces in there that are somebody else. That's what he's basically saying. That like it's unavoidable. So why are you guys so fussy about it?
I feel like, listen, when I go to use my air fryer and I cook up some chicken tendies like you do, I finish that batch and then you know what I do? I open up the drawer and I clean it out.
Give it a good scrub.
I'll give it a good scrub. And I've never felt like the next meal has been tainted with the remnants of the previous one.
Right.
So,
and sure, we're all human. There could be some detritus lurking about. A flake or two.
Yeah.
That's a totally different scenario than all of our families just commingling in the inferno.
Right. You made a stew and served us all up different helpings.
Here you go. Here's your ashes.
Parts and pieces of everybody else. Yeah. Human stew. Here you go.
And if you're so sure that there's no problem with this, why don't you tell people before they pay that this is what's going on?
Right.
And see if they still want to use you.
Right.
If it's so great and like, what's the big deal? Just tell us.
Right.
I'm sure everyone will be fine with it once they hear your excellent argument.
Right. Oh, God. People are nuts.
And like, it was cash over fist over there. I mean, there was just body. I was like, how are they all dying? It's a lot of people.
I bet when the money comes in, the people become, and your multiple generations in funeral services, like you'd hope that they would have more respect for the body. But I could see the wrong person just seeing bodies as bodies,
maybe you become
not humans.
Desensitized. Yeah, then you got to get out of the business.
Definitely.
It's time for a career change.
Oh my God. But like, I don't know what, because you're cuckoo crazy.
Right. Electric chair operator.
Right. Like Ponzi scheme guy. Like what, something.
It's
sure there's openings on Wall Street for you.
I do think there's a place to have the conversation about maybe our delusions about death and sort of the silliness of like embalming,
right?
Or like the ways that we are sort of lying to ourselves about what goes on,
romanticizing it or
avoiding the truth.
Yeah, that's probably it. Avoiding the realities of we live in a negative death narrative in our society.
Funnily enough, I mean, only you and I could even say this. Before we started recording, we were talking about the excellent book by Caleb Wilde.
Yes.
Confessions of a Funeral Director.
Yes.
Totally independent of this conversation.
Right. Like, I'm telling you, that book, I reference that book weekly.
I
should just order 20 copies and just send them to you because it's a quick read. It will change your outlook and view on death. I gave it to my and life. Yes. Oh my God, beautiful. I gave it to the professor of it was like a course on like trauma and basically dealing with trauma, and a lot of it was like suicidal ideation, things like that, like just the worst stuff that you're going to deal with as a therapist. And I gave her that book, and she said it was the most impactful book that she had read and most appropriate for that course. She was thought it was so fantastic. So
yeah, because it does what we're saying, where the avoidance of the fact that we are all going to die ain't great in the Western world.
Yeah.
Our whole situation where we're just like, la, 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 la.
Right. Oh, you're over 50? I can't see you. I can't. You don't exist anymore. Hide. Better go do something about it.
But this guy was equating that and sort of the denial about the inevitable. As my brother says, time is undefeated.
Yeah.
You can't beat time.
Can't.
Our avoidance of that fact is very different from the desecration of the bodies of our loved ones.
Just because you're in denial, we are in denial maybe about a certain part of the life process, doesn't mean you then get to disrespect that part of the life process.
Exactly.
Or that there's no value or importance in that.
That's right.
Yes, I'm totally... So should I watch it? Yes.
I thought it was really good, and I thought it was interesting. And then there's always, in those cases, there's always sort of like the low-paid car drivers and like helpers that are just like the muscle of moving this shit. Well, in this case, bodies and gurneys and crap. And they're just sort of like, they don't even know like what is normal and what is not.
Right.
And then eventually they are like, this seems, but then they're in too deep.
Yeah.
And there's that whole problem too, where it's not even their fault.
Yeah. I feel like this might go on at like nursing homes and places like that too, right?
100%.
Where they're just like, I'm not the medical professional. I guess I'm just supposed to do what the doctors say, which is not,
Yeah, and like,
right,
I'm just getting $10 an hour.
Right, like nothing,
know.
cleaning fucking bedpans, right.
Yeah. So there's that. I think that it's valuable even just for that part.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. This is a quandary I thought was brain candy appropriate. There, you may have seen the headline. There is an Olympian in some sort of canoeing scenario.
Oh, no.
Who, he's a very handsome man, very muscular and photogenic.
Yes.
And he is low income, but he, as you may know, if you want to be in the Olympics, it's expensive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just to be training. Train. Yeah. And if you're in canoeing, there's not a lot of sponsorship opportunities.
Canoeing, right. Come on.
He's not going to be like, okay, would you like honey love? I mean, there's just not a lot going on.
Right.
So his solution to raise money to go to the Olympics was, of course, OnlyFans.
I knew it. Yes. Oh, and don't even tell me. Okay.
You guessed it. They don't want him putting his canoe on show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So they basically said it's Olympics or OnlyFans.
I'm sorry. The Olympics can't get all like high and mighty after they allowed Larry Nassar to do his thing for fucking years.
You said it.
I'm sorry. Consensual, sexual, whatever you want to do, being like sex work. That other people are consuming legally, like that's not allowed, but we're going to turn a blind eye to, and we're going to get that guy in trouble, but we're going to allow all the sexual abuse.
Doctor?
Yeah. Come on. I'm sorry. No, you can't have, no.
You lost your say.
You're not allowed to say that anymore.
That is a great point. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Because even just, let's say that didn't even happen. Mm-hmm. Even just the sort of like, puritanical nature of caring how a canoeist is earning money legally to go pursue his dream is insane. But that is the icing on the cake. Yeah. Of like, that was under their watch.
Right.
Okay, well, so this guy, he rightly pointed out how most Olympians are self-funded by, they're born into money. I mean, that's how you get that good in the first place. Usually, in addition to natural talent, is that you have resources to foster that talent.
Yes.
And even just freaking middle school sports is going to make me go bankrupt.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We just paid $1,500 just for summer lacrosse.
I'm
not joking.
God. Oh my God.
So imagine canoeing in the Olympics.
No, I can't.
Every time it's funny.
It is.
And so I can only imagine how difficult it is to try. And his stipend, I think, is like $15,000 a year.
Oh,
it's nothing, right?
Which I'm sure is like the cost of a canoe.
Right. And if you want the good one.
Right. If you want the good one, there's your entire, But
he was able to earn 100,000 pounds. So like almost $200,000.
Yeah.
In the last few months on OnlyFans.
Good for him.
Yeah, baby.
Get it.
And it's just another way that you're showing your talent.
Hey, right? Aren't we just worshiping the human form in Olympics anyway? Yes. You guys can't see, but Susie is pointing at me like I am very correct.
Yeah. Right. And it is messed up. What it does is prevent people in the lower income scale. Go ahead.
And furthermore, the original Olympics were done naked. So this feels like in line with the original Olympic style.
The spirit. Yeah.
The spirit of the game is nudity. So,
I think I speak on behalf of the Greek
population.
Olympic committee.
Yeah.
From your.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Yes.
No. So we support, what's his name? Kurt Adams Rosenthal's.
Kurt Adams sounds like a porn name.
Totally does.
Drop the last name. We don't need that. That is great for porn.
Kurt Adams, bring it.
Yeah, is he a nice Jewish boy?
Probably. He's very handsome. He's playing for the UK.
Yeah. I figured that when you said pounds.
Right, yes. And it's so silly. It's so, I hate it all. But so I hope
great, good stories.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. I have time for one more. This will just be a quickie. Did you see the New York Times article about how Gen Z does not like opening a tab at a bar?
Yes, I just read the headline. I didn't read into it, but I saw what was written under there about being more financially responsible, like looking where every dollar goes and setting a budget for themselves that evening, and also drinking in moderation. They're more,
yes,
have more restraint, I guess.
Alcohol, for sure.
Yeah, and I am also the don't open a bar tab. I know, but here's why.
It's our third fight.
Here's why. Why do you think I wouldn't open a tab at a bar?
Because you'll forget to pay.
100%. You know how many times I've gone back to a bar for my credit card?
Oh, no.
Like
okay,
at
so
least
maybe
4,
they'd be
which
okay
is
with
enough, which is like, I've learned
that's too many times.
I learned.
All right.
So.
Wow.
Am I in the wrong for this? Do bartenders not like this?
Oh, no, we do not. We do not.
Okay. But I'm tipping you the same every time. I'm giving you.
It's not the tip. It's the time
the
and
action.
labor.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because then they got to do a thing every time.
Yeah, then they got to close it out. Here's the thing. Here's my pen. Here's the
That's annoying, yeah.
And then the restaurateurs hate it because of course, there's a credit card fee that every merchant pays, but there's also a flat fee. So if you have $100 tab, the fee is the same as if it's $1.
You know what? You've changed my mind. I will support the hardworking.
Most people
I didn't know.
That.
And this is one of those. I didn't work in the restaurant business, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, now I know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. Well, here's the thing though. Gen Z, I think, knows, and they're more like, I don't care, because you know how like they grew up in a world where they would go to an ice cream shop and be asked to tip, and they would pay for the ice cream cone and go, and then like they're paying like this all the time. It's just like credit card.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't even occur to them that this is like annoying or inconsiderate. And so they're just like, well, what? And they also are just like, they do what they want.
What if I paid with cash?
It's annoying, but do you need change?
No.
If you don't need change, it doesn't matter
like,
as much.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm just like, here's the money and I'm out.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Making it quick and easy. I got it. Got it.
It's the darn swipe and then the pen and the whole thing. You got to collect the paper. And it's a whole deal.
I totally get it.
But they also like, Gen Z has a great point that we've screwed them financially, like all the previous generation.
Yeah.
So they're just like, I don't know. I got to be careful. I don't want to overspend. And then during the pandemic, they didn't learn how to be a person, and they just don't even know how to be.
Right. I heard that there are classes at colleges now that are basically like how to be a person 101. And
like what would be an example?
Taxes, paying bills,
oh my God.
Like really fucking basic things that like 401ks, a lot of financial literacy and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard this on NPR.
We failed them in numerous ways then.
Yeah, and these classes are really popular.
Okay, so they show that they want to learn.
Yeah. What if we offered life skills on Pornhub, fully clothed?
Me and you?
That's like the best of both. We know that the kids want this. Not the kids, but over people of age to go on there. And we know that those ladies are making a whole bunch of money, more than they would on YouTube. That feels like people are definitely going to click on those videos.
We have a lot to learn about what people like, though, because remember when I posted that compilation that Andrea made of all of my insults?
So funny. Yeah.
Somebody DM'd me and she goes, you need to put this on OnlyFans. And I was like, LOL, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, no, for real. Like, guys love this stuff.
Oh, they love it when you talk shit to them, like call them loose.
I was like, this
Oh my
could
God.
be my
You should do
ticket.
that. You should do that. You should, because people would totally pay to have
To be roasted?
Yes. Yes. Do that. I fully support this.
How big of a market could this be?
Would an extra $500 a month be like I don't care.
Just to do what comes naturally.
Yeah. I mean, I think it doesn't even matter. I bet it's way bigger than you think it is. And please, I'm making a couple hundred on Cameo every month. You don't think that and that's not.
Tell me why someone would be into that. What is the psychology there?
Oh.
Are they just used to this from mom? Or they're high on their horse and they like to be taken down a peg?
I would imagine it's a little bit of the, oh gosh, and it might not be the same, but there are situations that maybe women fantasize about because it gives them control over that situation that normally they wouldn't have control over.
Women like me?
I think
the women watching.
No, I think women in general maybe sometimes like fantasies that about being or maybe a situation that we wouldn't want in normal life, but in that situation where it's consensual, we have control. It's like
Well, but then that explains why I would want to, but why would anyone pay for that? To be roasted.
I think it's paying to engage in something that you are. It's not like you're in control. You're on a you're choosing to be on the receiving end of that, which then makes you in control of those times that you were not on the doing that. You were just receiving that and
against your will.
Yeah. I can see that would allow a sense of control, and then
let's say I'd set
this
up.
Isn't just happening to me. I'm choosing for this to happen, which there could be comfort
is empowering.
In. Yes, is empowering.
Well, let's just say I did it for fun.
Yeah.
What would you expect the income to be? 1,000?
Yeah.
500?
That's about. I say we'd start at 1,000. I bet you'd get people to pay $20 a video, $40 of it, maybe
like I
more,
would
depending
personalize
on
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would look through their profile and
and then you have like
insults.
A generic one for $5 that they could download. That's just like to anybody that. Oh yeah.
Right. If they.
Oh yeah.
Have the itch. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, something to think about.
And maybe then we can do it together, and I can offer kind, warm compassion afterwards. Be like, oh my God, you're so great, and you're so amazing. You're so fantastic. Like that.
You can
have like angel or devil. Which one you want?
Oh my! I mean, it's not actually a bad idea.
I know. It seems very marketable, and
it's not the worst idea.
We just had a business meeting for the last 10 minutes.
Well, I actually will kick it around because until she sent that to me, I thought I never would have thought that was a thing. So when she sent it, I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
I'm so glad that that's what somebody sent you. I really thought that you were going to say somebody was like, "You're mean and you shouldn't say that." And I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
I'm sure I got people to unfollow me.
Probably more follows. It's great.
I mean, I'm not for everybody.
That's right. If it ain't your cup of tea, don't drink it.
Yeah,
you can buy that merch in our store.
Yes, please, and support us because Lord knows
we're gonna end up on OnlyFans, right?
Yeah,
there you go.
Go to thebraincandypodcast.com and check out all of our sponsor codes under the Candy Codes tab. Or if you want reality TV content, you can go to patreon.com/braincandy.
Yes.
You know what to do. We'll see you next time.
Bye.